Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Rapile Maboke and this is my YouTube channel. To all my new subscribers. Hey guys, sorry. Guys, it's lady blister, ne? No, sorry for moving close. I have like flu blisters. There's this horrible flu that's apparently doing the rounds. So, but I think mine are also caused by stress. Story for another day, toxic work environment. Hey, I want to do a video about that also. Anyway, I decided to do this video just now because there's a topic on Twitter about deadbeats, and I was like, nothing. I want to share my deadbeat dad story. With me, it was my own father, my biological dad. So, yeah, that man, guys, and it's so weird, ne? I've never been mad at that guy. I know that for a fact. I've never been angry. I felt sad, yes. I mean, I was very young at that age. But I've never had a feeling of anger towards him. Even the day he died, I cried so much because, I mean, at the end of the day, he was my dad. Because so I really never understood why he never really showed up, because I was really not mad at that guy. Anyway, background story. My mom had me when she was quite young. She was 18. So meaning she fell pregnant when she was 17. Okay. And I was raised by my grandparents. My mom's parents. Okay? And my dad was from the same village as my mom. So also, but to be honest, his mom played a wonderful role in my life also. I don't remember much about her. She died while I was still young. But from what I hear from everybody is that the woman loved me and was present, No gotta get my dad. So cool, my dad was in the army. Firstly, I've been mad at my mom. I was more mad at my mom. And I think I was more mad at my mom because I was like to myself, how did you end up with a guy like that? How do you get dribbled? I think everybody knows how Jolie Masole. But anyway, I'm not judging you, honey. But yes, so obviously he wasn't around half the time, if not all the time. He wasn't around Komoteng, Fine. So my memory, what I remember about the situation near my dad. He wasn't present for the longest time, but I remember there was a time where, like, he would call, He would call and ask to speak to me, and then he would tell me that, no, Saturday, we're going to town, I'm gonna buy clothes, whatnot. So I get my mom was in school. My mom was in school, so my aunt, my mom's younger sister, also, like, so Bongo would prepare me, bath me. If it's Saturday morning, my grandparents would go to the shop, open the shop, maybe give us money for taxi there to say, if he comes, Actually, they wouldn't even say if he comes or not, they'll just be like, okay, sharp. Oh, guys, my aunt will get me all dolled up. Sorry, it's the first time. It's not the first time it makes me emotional, but it's making me emotional, and I don't know why. So Remeko bus stop. So go to car bus stop. They would be like, there's like a tavern. There was like a tavern. Remefo, because he lived on the other side of the village. So then he would say like, no gate, like a taxi gate. As in, like, he's on the taxi at drop. So hate lo feta for on auto him, and then we get on the taxi. Till today. My thing is the admin of having to lie to me and say that. What is that about? Like, what is that about? He wouldn't pitch, would wait. Like, like, this person is not coming. So Punko would then say, okay, fine. We long one. Would say, okay, then we would walk all the way outside. could find his grandmother. Lesto guy, he was like, "Mang, motho ga yo fa, motho ga yo fa." Most times he wouldn't even be in South Africa. He would say those things to me and stuff, and he wouldn't even be in the country. And I'll be like, what? And then I'd cry, obviously. And then my grandparents would obviously have to pop out money for Bunko to still take me to town, because now what? Now get happy, you know? Then we'll go to town, do whatever we do, then come back. He did not do this once. He used to do this a lot. And every time I approach like December, like December. One time, did it, my mom was around this time. But then my mom was like, I don't want to see that man. And so, when we get to a bus stop, he's chilling at the tavern, I'm telling you, with his then girlfriend. Bawling hard. What I didn't understand with my dad is because I was his only child. So I never understood as to what was the issue with him not, like, being present. My dad bowling, bruh. Bowling F. Buying everybody booze. The girlfriend there staring at me, and my aunt staring at me about my mom. Coming over at us, bruh. Like this. Then we just walk back home saying that the nigga ain't trying to finally do shit. Like, he ain't. Like, it's not gonna happen. And years went by, and my mom, without my grandparents' knowledge, my mom went to maintenance. We got to maintenance, but like, he must pay 400. I don't know how that came about. At that time, because I don't school go see Park. Transport, I think alone was just 400 at that time, or 500. Lunchy, everything. What? And that 400 was not even coming in every month. I remember it used to come in like, whenever it used to come in, my mom would tell me, young as I was, I remember, sorry about that. I remember that so well. My mom would tell me, no, it was 800. So what do you want? No, she didn't say what do you want. She'll be like, okay, Klapa, I'm taking you out. Mom used to take me out like a lot. I don't want to lie, like we used to go on dates at least once a month. We'd get in a taxi. No, my mom, go to Waterfall Mall, go to Spur. She'll buy me dolls, bread dolls. Or if it like a January, she normally used to use it for stationery. But if it's during the year or whatever, we'll just go blow it. And she'll be like, if it really went. And you know what? It would be honest, because what's 400? She would be honest about it, because what is 400? A woman used to like buy me whatever I wanted, and then pele mali, and then we'd go back home. My dad started getting sick at some point. I don't remember. I remember we never really had a relationship, though. Like, everybody that used to come across me would tell me how my dad loves me. He had a photo of me in his wallet. He would show people, because apparently I look like him. Well, I look more like his mom, his late mom, the late Sabona. So I was like, then why is he being weird? If that's how he feels about me. So then he got sick, and when he started getting sick, I was older. I think I was 16. So that's when we started to try to have a relationship. But then at that point, he just used to just give me money, like a lot of money. Like, he was home. I think he was home because he was sick. So then I would go see him like every other second day, or like once a week, and he would give me money. Like, he'd give me like 1,000 rand or 600 rand, whatever, every time he would see me. And then my mom called him. He's like, no, you're giving her too much money. You can't be giving her money like that. You want to be giving her money, whatever. Okay, which was valid. But then I was like, dude, can't you just allow him to give me money? And that didn't last long. Then unfortunately he passed on. And yeah, look, I was sad, But I realized when I started going to therapy that my dad's behavior and his absence in my life definitely didn't get me mad at him or angry at him, but it really played a huge role in my relationship with my mother. I had so much anger towards my mom for the longest time in life, and yeah, it just wasn't nice, you know. Me being a teenager at that time and me just being angry at her for like, there were so many things, and not trying to put myself in her shoes at some point, because I mean she was quite young, and you know, parenting is just a lot. Parenting alone at the time, it was a lot. So yeah, it might not have made me some type of way towards my dad, but it definitely got me some type of way towards my mother. But we worked on that. We still, I think we okay now, especially after I had Gabo. Then like we became like, you know, Rabashab. And my stepdad, my mom married uh the most awesome guy for her and for us, like me and my siblings. So, but also this man has been with my mom for the past 8 years. So what happened was that when my dad was acting out, whatever, my mom met my dad and then my stepdad. But I've known him as my dad like all my life, because they met, I think they started dating when I was still pregnant, or when I was like, what, 3 months, 4 months. So he is playing a huge dad role in my life. He's been doing that like since my grandfather, my uncles. So I think maybe I was not mad because I was not seeing the depth of not having him in my life, because I had so many father figures around me. But it still couldn't fill that void of the fact that Yena himself is not there. But instead of me directing anger to my dad, I got very mad at my mom. So my biological my stepdad has been a G, holding us down, and my uncles and my grandfather. So yeah, and to like anybody that's watching this, that's a mom that is going through having to raise a child on her own. You know what? I don't know, but like I said, having experienced it in the way that I did, I don't wish that upon my worst enemy. I don't even have enemies, but like I just see with myself and the father of my child that we definitely need each other to do this parenting role, you know. As much as I think as much as the moms like we they're more in the physical and everything, you know, because I mean we're doing most of the work sometimes, but most days the father of my child also pulls through for me. Like he comes through for a girl. And it's definitely a two-way thing. But don't let them rest. Don't let these niggas get away with it. My grandmother always said that to me. It's like, if ever you have a child and that guy starts doing shady shit, I personally, I believe that don't let them get away with it. You know, for your child, just try fight, just try. You know, and you know, and you can do it on your own, definitely, ne? Mara man, there's that void, and then somehow it's definitely gonna get to the child one way or another. And from your end, you would have tried, you would have done everything right, you would have, like I said, dude, like my family was there for me for my mom. And like, look, everything is still, but the thing. So look, even if they're not, I believe that if Liba tries to pop out money, eventually they'll want to see where the money's going, what the money's doing, where the money's going, what the money's doing, you know. They will reach out to have a relationship with their kids. Fight for that. Eventually, when I asked my dad, actually, before he died, dude, what is wrong with you? He blamed everything on my grandfather. No, your grandfather didn't like me. And obviously, my mom was very young, and you know, my dad was older than my mom. So, but I was like, no man, there were other means, you know. I mean, my mom said I get a school in Kopoj. Obviously, by then she was no longer under like her parents, so she had her own like bank account, or there were other ways that she could have supported me. Dude, Prince Harry fucking left the royal house, an entire country, to be with the woman he loves. So please, eh? So I was like, hey, Marie, why not so mama chelete? Or like like call it to say no, please bring like, you know. And I never heard my grandparents say that dude should not come see me, or instead if he called and said please prepare up and everything, my grandmother would make sure. I mean, my grandfather didn't approve of it, but I know my grandmother would like make sure that Keshapo he comes if he does come. So he was bullshitting me. He was just lying. So I was like, yo, this guy must not lie. But nah, man, those guys shouldn't find peace. They don't deserve the peace. Yeah. Yo, I would. I'm just very glad that I don't have to. And it's so unfortunate, things like this, they shouldn't even be like overly grateful for. But I'm overly grateful that the father of my child, you know, is there for both his kids. I'm there for both the kids. And I'm not saying that they're not going to be any childhood traumas or whatever, but just one of them is not going to have to be absent parents. Because